So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hop on over to Kevin here. Get going with him again. Finally feeling back to, starting it up with him. Dude, what are you doing?
Can't stop the signal now.
Yep, looking to get back to small World of Warcraft, but first there is something I need to do here. Something very important. It's not popular, but it's very important. People need to start waking up to that reality, let's just put it that way. And, yes, like that one. So let me just bring this up here because this is going to be... It's going to be something, let's just put it that way. Now, for those of you that might be new to the channel and everything, yesterday, so there's been an ongoing issue with World of Warcraft. Both the authentic Blizzard World of Warcraft, currently commonly known as Retail WoW, and these private servers that have popped up. And by streaming these private server WoWs, private WoW servers, yeah, I've stumbled across a very serious problem going on. Make no mistake, I've been playing. I played World of Warcraft since going back to like 2004, 2005. So I'm a long time World of Warcraft player. I'm a veteran WoW player. I've got a lot of experience in this game. And let me spell it out for you. What's going on with modern World of Warcraft, whether it's Blizzard or the private servers, it is completely twisted around. This is not what the experience was back in the day. Not even close. Oh, shit, man. I've tried multiple different private servers at this point. Every single one of them is drowning in degeneracy in some way, shape, or form. It's got different ways of presenting itself a little bit, but I mean, large parts the same thing over and over again. But like the details, they vary a little bit from server to server. This one kind of takes the cake at this point. So yesterday I was streaming WoW Hardcore, WoW-HC, and something just very unexpected, very vile, very disgusting happened live on stream. So I had my Blades character, human rogue, took him to the Goldshire Inn. I was not expecting this because it's a very small server population. Not a big population at all. Most of the time there's maybe like 30 to 50 players active. So I was not expecting this at all. I was not expecting this to be a problem on such a small population server. So I was getting ready. I'm a role player. I love the role play. I enjoy role-playing games. Were one of my first. It's one of my first like really favorite genre when it came to video games back in the day. Final Fantasy, Legend of Zelda, Dragon Warrior. I spent so many hours playing those games. I love role-playing games, like real, authentic role-playing games. Most role-playing games nowadays, they're not real role-playing games. Oh, and so yeah, I like to role-play my character. So it's getting, ever since I've been streaming these private servers, I've gotten in the habit of going to an inn, putting my character to bed, and then logging out from the character from there. Not every single time, but a lot of times, especially when I'm ending the stream for the night. Take my character to the inn, put him in bed. I'm getting ready to go to bed. My character's getting ready to go to bed. It's a role-playing thing. There's nothing deviant about it. There's nothing degenerate about it. There's no innuendo. It's just my character's going to bed like a normal human being would at the end of the day. There's nothing janky about it whatsoever. Anybody thinks there is cracked in the head. So yesterday, I was getting ready to log off of Blades, jump back on Kevin here, So I went to Goldshire Inn, took my character upstairs, put him, put him in bed. He was lying down. I literally just, I stepped away from the computer for a couple minutes. I was in the kitchen. And the moment I came back, I sat down on my chair. I'm not even kidding. Like the moment I sat down on my chair. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hop on over to the Cabineer. Get going with him again. Finally feeling back to, starting it up with him. Dude, what are you doing? We're back. This is what I'm talking about, guys. This is what I'm talking about. If you let little things slide, they turn into big things like this. I mean, that's just absolutely. He walks in here, his character's butt naked, starts squatting on my character's face. It's disgusting. It's vile. It's degenerate. Kids play this game. What happens if a kid, dude? So there was that one character name, I reported it, and he made the excuse, claiming it wasn't up against the rules, which is like absolutely ridiculous. It was just as vulgar as the other one that he actually did something about. I'm tired of the hypocrisy. I'm tired of the just nonsense. So this happens in the freaking Goldshire Inn. Goldshire. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, man. Yeah, but this is WoW hardcore Goldshire Inn. This is not. It's not Turtle WoW. It's not Activision Blizzard. This is a very small server. Like, look at this. There's 45 people on right now, and this dude walks in, naked character, doing that thing. Like, dude, are you kidding me? On a server with 45 people, is somebody doing this? Like, are you freaking kidding me? Dude, I'm so over this. I am so over this, man. So if he doesn't give me a response that I'm satisfied with, then I'm gonna have to like seriously start looking for another server. I'm not putting up with this. I'm not putting up with this. Like, holy crap! If that kind of thing can happen on a server as small as WoW HC. Like, oh Lord, dude. What is going on, man? What is going on? The server is tiny and it's already got this garbage going on. So I messaged the server owner. I don't know when he's gonna respond. So I gotta wait for him to respawn. I found this, no, I'm not, no. Do not bring up Turtle WoW. Turtle WoW is dead. Unless the people, let me explain this to you as clear as possible, right? I'm done with Turtle WoW. Unless the people running Turtle WoW publicly make a very public change regarding the server, regarding the degeneracy, I'm not coming back. I don't want to hear about Turtle WoW. Turtle WoW is dead to me. Do you understand? I don't want to hear about Turtle WoW. Do not try to use this as an excuse. Turtle WoW was worse than this. I don't know what is wrong with people. The problem isn't the fact that this happened. The problem is that the people running the servers don't do anything about it. That's the problem. I'm not going to give my time, money, exposure to servers, to people running servers that don't have the backbone or the moral decency to do something about it. That's the problem. Deviants are always going to be around. They've always been around. When I was a kid, being a geek, the weirdos, the deviants, they were on the fringe. They were on the fringe mostly. Over the last few decades, they took over. They're always going to be there. The problem is when the people in charge don't do anything about it. That's the problem. I mean, that was if that was in real life, that'd be physical assault, and I would be defending myself in a way that person would not like. So if the guy running the server fails to do something about it, I'm done with this server already. It was unexpected, unwanted. It was vile. It was disgusting. So I asked him, what Whiskey Tango Foxtrot is your problem? Got my character up out of the way. He laughs because he's a reprobate, degenerate, foul, and disgusting creature. I don't even consider these people to be human at this point. And he gives me a little heart emoticon, which is just like, if you do that to me in real life, I got all lawful right, legal, lawful, moral right to protect and defend myself by any means necessary from such a sexual assault. That is sexual assault, guys. Okay? If somebody does that to you in real life, you got a right to defend yourself in whatever way you are able to. So just because it's in a video game format doesn't change the fact that it's sexual assault. This person is engaging in sexual behavior against my character for their own personal gratification, just like they would in real life. It is not okay. It's not okay. Okay. And it needs to be handled swiftly. So I was like, my only response was reported. Told them they were being reported. Put them on ignore. And I did just that, report them. And I got a response from you, NYU, the owner of this private server. He owns this server. He's the owner of the server. He makes the rules. This guy makes the rules. Okay? This is the guy that decides how people are allowed to behave on his server. So I got a response. I got a response from him. Let's see. It was 10 hours later. I submitted the complaint and I got a response 10 hours later. I'm going to show you the response that he gave me. And I'm going to show you the response, my response to his response, because his response was 100% unacceptable. You'll see why here in a second. But why am I showing you guys this? Because people need to wake up. The vast majority of people think the pop culture is childish, inconsequential, doesn't mean anything, it's not important, it's a waste of time. And they're wrong. They're completely wrong. Pop culture is not inconsequential, it's not childish, it's not a waste of time. It has very deep impact on society. It's a very important aspect of society. It has incredible power and sway and control over society. So if good and decent and righteous people, righteous men are not involved in pop culture, it literally goes to hell in a handbasket, which is where we're at. It doesn't get a whole lot worse than this, guys. You don't want to know how bad it can actually get. You don't. Trust me on this. So the problem is I'm the only one speaking up against it. The problem is that I'm the only one fighting back against it. I got this tiny little platform across 5 different platforms, social media platforms, streaming platforms. Tiny little platform, and I'm using it. I'm doing the best I can with it. I'm sitting here, putting myself on camera for the world to see, speaking out against it. And 95% of the people that jump into my live chat are a bunch of degenerate pervert reprobates. They're the only ones responding to this. And a tiny handful of people that responded positively, the vast majority of them, they're spineless jellyfish. They want me to do all the fighting while pretending like it's not that big of a deal. And that's just as bad. It's just as bad as the deviants and the degenerates, the reprobates. You guys need to get involved. You guys need to get active. If you want this stuff to change, you have to get active. Okay? The degenerates are extremely active. Everywhere I go, they're extremely active, pushing their perversion on everybody around them, forcing everybody to tolerate it. They don't stop, which means we can't stop it. Means I won't stop. Now, I'm not going to be making changes until other people start fighting back with me. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stop. There's plenty you guys can do. You can speak up. First of all, you can get live chat, say, hey, that's disgusting. They shouldn't be doing that. And then you can contact the people running these servers. But hey, what's going on here? Why are you allowing this behavior on your server? That's disgusting. That's not what it's World of Warcraft, not World of Sexcraft. Why are you allowing this? You need to get these people knocked off. This guy's like, oh, it's not against the rules. Well, it's his server. He makes the rules. That's the nice thing about this. The second time I submitted a complaint, he's like, well, it's not against the rules. Excuse me? Dude, you own the server. You literally make the rules. The only reason it's not against the rules is because you haven't made it against the rules. You haven't created the rule that says they can't do this. Which means this guy is solely responsible. I'm getting ahead of myself here, so. You guys got to get involved. You have to. Because if you don't, then I'm not going to be able to make a difference. Okay? I might have the platform, as small as it is, unless you guys get involved. And number one, help the platform grow so I have a bigger voice to be able to do more change. You have to get involved. You have to get active. Make reaction videos. If you're watching the stream and something grotesque happens, clip it and then record yourself reacting to it and then upload it. You have the permission to do that. Over on YouTube, I got it clicked where people can clip the content and make reaction videos, stuff like that. Nobody ever does, but they got the permission to. They just don't do it. And that's why nothing changes. That's why we're just spinning our wheels here, guys. Until you guys get involved, it's just going to get worse and worse. It really is. Okay, so let me show you here. Let me show you. Gearbox, go ahead and kick it on over to the recon screen. Ooh, doggy. So here we go. New OW Mints support account. This is the official support account for WoW Hardcore. WOW-HC.com. Private server. Private WoW server. This is not owned or authorized by Blizzard. This guy started his own server. This is the guy that he owns the server. He is in full control of the server. He creates the rules for the server. This guy's in charge. So here's my initial complaint. I'm live streaming WoW HC. I would just put it out there. Hey, I'm live streaming, which means it's out there on the internet. Everybody on the internet can see this. My character Blades was lying in a bed in Lion's Pride Inn. Character named Whittian walks in naked and starts squatting on my character's face, more of the chest, repeatedly. 1 hour beacon messages a heart emoticon. It's violent and disgusting behavior. This is what I can expect from the server. They'll be moving on from WoW HC soon enough. And here's his response 10 hours later. The owner and of this server, he's in full control. He's the one that calls the shots. The buck stops with him. He's the sole person responsible for this behavior, proliferating on his private server. Hello, I'm sorry you had this experience. No, he's not. We'll save this information in case this is a repeated behavior. What? Are you kidding me with this? Are you kidding me with this? Are you kidding me with this? Hold on, let me check something here. How did I word this? Oh, there we go. In cases of repeated behavior, so he's not going to do anything. First of all, he's not taking action at all. First of all, he's not taking action at all. That is unacceptable. This is unacceptable behavior, period. Please understand also this specific tavern has a long history of weird things like this on the official server. The official Activision Blizzard servers. Now he's pointing the finger, instead of taking responsibility as the owner of this private server, he's pointing the finger at the official, real Blizzard server, pointing the finger at Blizzard, blaming Blizzard for this type of behavior, because, surprise, surprise, this behavior is like 1,000 times worse on the actual Blizzard servers. So he's trying to use Blizzard to justify this guy's behavior. So the player may have mistaken your action for it too. This is unacceptable. Number one, he's not taking any responsibility for what's going on. This is his own private server. He's the only one responsible for allowing this to proliferate. Number two, he's making excuses for this guy. And this is grotesque behavior. Making excuses. Which means that this guy's a freaking degenerate. This guy's a degenerate. You, guy running the server, he's a degenerate. You cannot make these kinds of excuses unless you're a degenerate. He's protecting this guy, is what he's doing. And then he's blaming Blizzard. He doesn't work for Blizzard. Blizzard doesn't pay him, nothing like that. He's not beholden to Blizzard. The server is like in a different country. I'm not even sure which country it's in. And he's blaming Blizzard. I mean, this is just, it blows my mind. It is absolutely wild that this is the guy's response. So he's just letting it slide. This behavior is grotesque and needs to be handled immediately. So here's my response to him. I was sexually assaulted on your private server live on the internet. I have video proof that I was assaulted on your server. If I was sexually assaulted in such a manner in real life, I'd be well within my rights to respond with lethal force to such an attack. And I would respond with all, every means I had available to me to protect and defend myself in such a situation. I would absolutely utilize it. Make no mistake. Your response is completely unacceptable. I demand that this person be immediately and permanently banned on the account and IP level. This is your own private server. You are in full control. Not Blizzard. You make the rules. Not Blizzard. You are the sole person responsible for such behavior on your private server. Not Blizzard. The real original World of Warcraft was never designed to be a sexual RPG, let alone a haven for sexual predators and deviants. Just because Blizzard has been taken over by sexual predators and deviants doesn't justify allowing this behavior on your privately owned server. Included is a link for the video evidence. The attack begins right around the 3 hour, 40 minute, 45 second mark. Expect to handle this person and their accounts accordingly and immediately. Alright, there we go. So, there's that. And there's the link for the live stream. So, however long it takes him to respond, I got no idea. If he responds while I'm still streaming, I will show you guys the response. This is unacceptable. This is 100% unacceptable. This is the problem with modern pop culture, guys. This is the problem with these people, these companies, whether they're big old corporations or independently owned servers and whatnot. This might not be like an LLC or something like that, but it is a company. This dude's, he is bringing in revenue from like donations and whatnot. It's not a lot. It's not enough to live off of. It's not enough to cover the expenses of the server and everything. But I mean, it's not strictly just a hobby. You know, if it ever did blow up, he'd be making money. He'd be able to do this full time for a living. Even though it's not, even though Blizzard is not, well, World of Warcraft is not his property. So there's huge copyright issues here. But since Blizzard, Activision Blizzard is just so far gone, you know, I mean, we're at a point where it's like, you know, sometimes you gotta rebel. When wickedness and evil take over, you gotta rebel against it. These companies are just so full of it. So full of wickedness, so full of evil. And it's just, you gotta stand up. You guys, you have to start standing up. You have to speak up. You have to fight back. You can't sit there and just talk amongst each other and, oh, this sucks, man, I wish they'd do something about it. They're not gonna do anything if you're sitting there whispering to yourself in the shadows where they can't hear you. You gotta stand up. You gotta be heard. That's why I'm doing this, guys. Because somebody has to speak up, because it's the only way to make a difference. It's the only way to bring about change. Grow a spine. Get proactive. If you do not get proactive, nothing's going to change. And these deviants, these perverts, they are completely proactive. These people, these reprobates are completely proactive. They don't stop, which means that you can't stop. Okay? You want somebody else to fix the problem, but you're not understanding that the problem won't be fixed until you start speaking up. Start commenting on the live streams. Hey, that's disgusting. Hey, that's not cool. Message these people. Be like, go to their forums. Make posts on their public forums. Say, hey, what's going on with your server? Why is this behavior tolerated? This needs to stop. Don't ask them to stop it. Demand that they stop it. You demand they make a change. You demand that they do these things. That they put a stop to this degeneracy. Don't ask. Demand. And until there's enough people speaking up, until the number of voices speaking out against this stuff outweighs those that are trying to push it, nothing's going to change. I was in, there was another server. I did not even fire it up. I didn't even stream it because I was about to. It was sounding good. And I can't remember the name of it. It was like Wow or something like that. I don't know. I went to the website. It sounded good. Everything sounded good. It sounded great. Then I went to the Discord, the official Discord channel for this private server, and there were people just running rampant in the Discord chat. Deviants, perverts, mouthing off. There was one account speaking out against them, and the account name was Jesus Christ is King of Kings. Or something like that. They were the only person speaking out against the degeneracy and deviancy. And the guy that owned the private server was in the chat, and he was defending the degenerates and perverts. He was actually like defending them. It's like, wow, okay, forget this server. I'm not touching this server. If this is how he runs the Discord, then I can only imagine how he runs the server. And I'm not going to be part of that. I'm not going to be giving him exposure. So I didn't even waste my time. I put a message in there calling out the degenerates and perverts, and that behavior is why I was never going to play the server, the private server. I forget the name of it. And I just left. I bounced. It's like, I'm not going to waste my time. God bless that one account. Jesus is King of Kings, whatever the name of it is. God bless them. I'm hoping and praying they can somehow make a difference. I threw my 2 cents out there. I quoted the degenerates. It's like, y'all are disgusting and vile. This right here is why I will not touch the server. People got to speak up. So I'm not the only one speaking up. There was somebody else out there speaking up. But it's like one voice. And when it's one voice like that, nobody cares. Without consequences, nothing changes. There have to be consequences. And the consequences come from you guys speaking up, speaking out, saying, demanding change. Another thing you guys can do. If you're watching the stream, you see something just outrageous, disgusting, grotesque, vile, deviant, degenerate, clip it, and then record yourself reacting to it. It's called reaction video. You can absolutely do that. 100%. People have permission on my YouTube. There's a little button that I click. It gives people permission to clip footage from the streams, react to it. And, they can create their own video about that clip, whatever, reacting to it, whatever. As long as they're not just like clipping it and then uploading it, you gotta like react to it or something. You gotta do something creative with it. As long as you do that, then it spreads the word. It gains exposure. You get public support. More voices speaking out against the perversion. The more powerful, the stronger, the louder it gets. The better the chance we have to fix this situation. It's in your guys' hands. So I'm going to go ahead and stream WoW HC today. waiting for him to respond. If he responds while I'm streaming, I will show you guys live. And if he responds the way I'm expecting him to respond, I'm gonna stop playing, and I'm never gonna stream WoW Hardcore again. Because this is unacceptable. His response right here, this is 100% unacceptable. This is, I'm giving you one chance to change course. I spelled it out for him here. And when he gives me the response that I'm expecting him to give, bye-bye. Bye, WoW HC. WoW HC, I'm starting a list of private WoW servers that they're basically my own personal ban list. I will not touch them. So far, that's like every server I've tried so far. Every server I've tried so far. Turtle WoW, White Main. WoW HC is looking like it's about to be on there. It was like Wall WoW or something like that. And then there was something else, I think. But there's a bunch of servers out there. I'm gonna keep trying. And I'm just hoping I find one. And unless you know, if my channel ever goes Mr. Beast, then I'll start my own private server. I'll have to do it like in the UK or something like that. Somewhere outside the US where Blizzard can't touch it. Which means I would have to be able to pay people in that country to be able to operate and maintain the server under my guidance with the rules that I set in place. That's, once again, that's beyond my capability. That's something you guys gotta make happen. You gotta blow up the channel. Blowing up channel, that's on you guys. I'm doing everything I possibly can, short of buying advertising, which I can't do. So yeah, it's like that. So alright, Gearbox, kick it back on over there. Yeah. Yeah, it's time to wrap up this part, if you know what I mean. Shoo doggy. Alright, so that's done. Wait for his response. We'll see what he has to say. I can like almost 100% guarantee what he's gonna say. He's gonna like, he's not gonna listen. He's gonna make excuses. And it's just gonna be more of the same. At which point it's gonna be bye-bye WoW HC. I'm over it. I will not, silence is gonna say I will not be silent anymore. I do not consent to it. It's not okay. So I'm saying not okay. First and foremost, WoW Hardcore. WoW-HC.com. Private server somewhere in Europe somewhere. And not too surprisingly, it's another degenerate server. And every time I try one of these private servers and everything, I learn something new. Another piece falls in place, and this one's a big one. And I'm not gonna sit here and I'm just gonna show you. I'm gonna show you, read it to you. You can see it for yourself. It's just great, man. This is basically like, the big piece falling into place. You'll see here. I just can't make this stuff up. It's all over the place. This is should be great. Instead of me hemming and hawing, let's do this. Kick it on over to the recon screen there, Gearbox. Yeah, let's just show them what I'm trying to talk about here. Yeah, it's like that. All right, so here we have main conversation with Niu, the owner of the WoW Hardcore server. So I went over all this stuff in the previous stream. I informed him of what happened in the Goldshire Inn to me, to my character, and this is his response, his latest response. I demanded that he ban the person's account, ban their IP. I mean, the behavior is unacceptable. This was after he stated that he wasn't going to do anything about it. So this is his response early this morning. This isn't up to you to decide how we apply and if we apply a sanction on our private server. Now, for some, don't ask me why he put private in quotation marks. I got no idea. It's a private server. He runs the server. It's his server. It's his version of World of Warcraft. So why he put private in quotation marks? Don't ask me. I have no idea. That right there is the first red flag. Why is that in quotation marks? Because what that means is that it's not actually a private server. That's what he's basically saying. Which means that, well, if it's not a private server, that means it's under the control and authority of Blizzard. Does that make sense to you? Doesn't make sense to me. But I digress. I do not support this kind of behavior. That's a lie right there. But it's a part, because if he didn't support it, he wouldn't allow it on his server. And so he's just straight up lying through his teeth at this point. But as part of the original game, no, it's not. Actually, I need to add something. But it's part of the original game, and yes, Blizzard has still not banned this after 20 plus years, despite their shift on the recent years. Which doesn't mean anything. This is his private server. This is his server. He pays for it. He runs it. He has full control over it. So once again, he's deflecting responsibility for the degeneracy in his own server back to Blizzard, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Blizzard, I mean, unless there's something deeper going on here beneath the surface. Say, what if Blizzard is actually behind some of these private servers? That's the only implication that's coming out of this. I don't think that's the case, but his behavior is suggesting that Blizzard is in fact in control of the server, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So as far as I'm concerned, he's just using Blizzard as an excuse to deflect responsibility, to deflect authority, to deflect accountability away from himself. Suggest you find other places more welcoming, respectful to your sensibilities. Then World of Warcraft has this kind of behavior will probably happen again. So my character is sexually assaulted. I'm sexually assaulted in the game by some deviant, pervert, degenerate reprobate, and this is his response: flagrant sexual deviancy in the game. And he's like, this will probably happen again. Completely unacceptable, guys. 100% unacceptable. Now, I guarantee you, this is the same mentality behind every single one of these private servers that I've had to deal with this stuff, including Turtle WoW. I guarantee you, Turtle WoW has this exact same mentality with maybe like slight variations. This is what's going on behind the scenes here, guys, with these private servers. You've got to wake up and you've got to stop supporting these garbage tier organizations. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. There's no in between. You got to pick a lane. You have to pick a lane. Either you support this grotesque behavior or you do not. If you do not support the behavior, then you have to stop supporting it by stop playing it. I hate to tell you, if your life is so devoid of meaning that you absolutely have to play World of Warcraft on one of these deviant, degenerate, reprobate servers, you need Jesus. And you need Jesus in a very big way. Because that is a serious problem, guys. This right here is it's a massively huge problem. This is a massively huge problem, guys. Massively huge. I'm trying to share this with you guys so you can understand the truth about what's going on behind the scenes with these companies, these organizations, these private servers. So he's talking out both sides of his mouth. I don't support it, but I'm gonna let it happen. I'm just gonna let it happen. I got full authority and control to stop it, to do something about this account, but I'm not gonna do anything about it. This guy on the WoWattackHC.com website lists himself as the owner of this server. He owns this server. He has full authority, full control. The buck stops with this guy right here. The buck stops with this guy. He's the one who makes the decisions. And he's abrogating his authority and responsibility to Blizzard of all places, all people. I can't make this stuff up. It boggles the mind. So he's straight up lying. Either he's lying to me, or there's something deeper going on beneath the surface where Blizzard's somehow involved with the server. And those are the only two real options at this point. And I don't believe Blizzard's actively involved in the server. Blizzard wants these servers taken down because they are taking money away from Blizzard to some degree. And it's Blizzard's own fault. So this guy's just like... Then he makes the very false claim it's part of the original game. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. I played since 2004, 2005. So, I mean, this guy, he's an idiot. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He is the problem with the server. Just like the rest of these organizations, the problem with these servers are the people running them. They're liars. They have no backbone. They want to run these servers, but they don't want the responsibility goes along with it. He's literally deflecting his responsibility to Blizzard. He's blaming Blizzard for it. Blizzard's not in control of the server. Unless there's something he wants to share with people, he's the only one in charge of the server. And he's deflecting his own responsibilities. He's in order to dodge accountability for his own server. Stop supporting these people, guys. The WoW HC private server is now on the official Rebel Squadron ban list, which I've made an official Rebel Squadron ban list. So far, each of these private servers, private WoW servers, are on that ban list so far. And other games such as Baldur's Gate 3 is on that ban list. I'll be adding some more stuff. Because it's unacceptable. It's flat out unacceptable. These games are not welcome on my channel. I will not play them. I won't even talk about them. I will not sit there and talk about these games like, oh, these are great. You go and play the game. No, they're bad. They're awful, evil games. Straight up demonic in many cases. And I will not condone playing them. Period. And sorry, full stop. You do what you do in the privacy of your home. Do not bring it to my channel. It's not welcome to my channel. That's something people have a hard time understanding. This channel is my property. The live chat is my property. I make the rules. People need to accept that reality. Let's put it that way. But wait, there's more. So he follows up with, also, if you continue this guy allows sexual assault, sexual harassment, sexual assault within a server, and he expects me to just like accept it and continue patronizing the server. This guy's off his rocker, guy. This guy's insane. This guy's a psychopath. He's a complete and total psychopath. I've had enough. The kid gloves are off, guys. I'm done playing nice. Okay, these people are insane. They're deviant. They're reprobate. What reprobate means is that for a reprobate mind, this level of deviancy and degeneracy is normalized in their brain. It's normalized. So even if it doesn't maybe completely sit well with them, they turn a blind eye to it because it's been normalized. So they think it's a normal part of life, which it's not. It's degeneracy for a reason. The reason it's called degeneracy is because it's unnatural. It's unnatural. It's not a normal part of life. And that's what reprobate means. They no longer have the ability to recognize it for the wickedness and evil that it is, and take appropriate action. You do not want those kind of people in your life. Take my word for it. Please use the ticket citizen in the bottom of your right screen icon. The report feature that you use on your video is part of the report feature that you use on your video. So he watched the video. I included the link, a timestamp link to the incident. This right here tells me he went to the video. He went to my live stream and he watched what happened with his own two eyes, and this was still his response. This guy's a psychopath, guys. If he can sit there and watch that event take place and still come up with this completely insane response, the dude's a psychopath. Stay away from the server, guys. It is run by a literal bona fide psychopath at this point. And the bigger it gets, the more depraved it's going to get. Stay away from the server. It is on the official Rebel Squadron ban list. Stay away from it. I'm telling you now. This guy's a freaking lunatic. So here's my response. This entire exchange has been recorded live on my channel. You are a vile, disgusting human being and a sexual predator. You are weak and have no backbone. You're a psychopath and you're an idiot. Played official WoW since 2004 until 2016. It was never like this. The private server is now on the official Rebel Squadron ban list for supporting, condoning flagrantly degenerate and reprobate values and behavior. That's it. I'm blocking this dude. I'm exiting the conversation. after I send this. And it's completely insane, is what it is. Actually, to make sure he gets the message. He's not looking. I guess what? I don't care. He's a psychopath and a sexual deviant. This is what you do to psychopaths and sexual deviants. You shine the light on them. You call them out for what they are. You stand up against them. If they keep pushing, you push back 10 times as hard. Because you don't want to know what they will do to you if you do not stand up to them and put a stop to them. You don't want to know what they will try to do to you. You don't want to know. Just because it's online, just because it's in a video game, doesn't mean it's not serious. Doesn't mean it's not just as sick and twisted and evil as if it was face to face. In this type of situation, there's no difference. You guys have got to start standing up against this stuff. You got to start taking a stand. You got to pick a lane. You got to pick a lane and stick with it. Either you support this garbage or you don't. If you don't support it, stop being involved in it. Because these people, they're not going to change. It's called a reprobate mind. Reprobate minds, they don't change because they are unrepentant and they do not see the problem with what they're doing. Until there are consequences for their behavior, they will not change. The only consequences you can really inflict upon these people is to stop being part of the system they've created. So here we go. Message sent. We'll put them on ignore. They can still message you and see your activity. They won't know you ignored them. That's fine with me. So I'm gonna put him on ignore to make sure he gets the message, he sees the message. So if I put him on block, I don't know if he'll be able to see the message or not. I want to make sure he sees it. So boom, that's done. So this is the official WoW hardcore server, wowtechhc.com/forums. Title: Degenerate Reprobate Server. You, the owner of this private server, flagrantly allows sexual assault and sexual abuse within the server. This exchange has been recorded live on my channel. There are violent, disgusting human being, a sexual predator. You're weak and have no backbone. You're a psychopath and you're an idiot. Played official WoW since 2004 until 2016. It was never like this. Your private server is now on the official Rogue Squadron ban list for supporting, condoning, flagrant, degenerate, reprobate values and behavior. Great topic. Really. Apparently it's got to go, apparently it has to get approved, which is fine with me. They're not going to approve it. It's fine with me. They're not going to approve it. And that's not the point. The point is that they get the message. They will get the message. So that part's done. This is what I've been dealing with for a long time. Even before I started this channel, I've been dealing with stuff like this. I just didn't understand what was going on for like the longest time. And that's one thing about doing this channel is that it's really helped to illuminate a lot of stuff that I just wasn't aware of before. Now it's like the pieces are falling into place, and I'm starting to see the big picture. It's starting to make sense. And it's absolutely insane. It's completely insane what is going on, not only in pop culture, but just in society in general. This type of mentality it's just everywhere. General society is infected by it. So the people that think they're immune to pop culture, the people that think that they're not affected by it because they don't engage in pop culture. Bad. You got news flash. Got some bad news for them. Pop culture, represents the pulse, the heart and soul of society. Whatever's going on in pop culture, that's what's going on in society at large. And the people that don't understand that, they're a bunch of fools. And that's just, oh Lord, man. I can't anymore. I'm here to take a stand. I'm here to geek out and have fun, but I'm also here to take a stand because I'm fighting for the heart and soul of geekdom and the heart and soul of pop culture in general. Because somebody has to, and nobody's doing it. And then, last night, I had some people pop up in the Rumble chat. And I'm 95% of the people pop up in my live chat, they're weird. They're weirdos, they're degenerates, they're perverts. And they have no business being my channel. They're not welcome to my channel. Like that, I'm not even kidding, like 95% of them lately. Over the last few years, it's been like 95%. So anytime somebody pops up, or they're a bot. Either a bot or just some reprobate degenerate. So every time somebody pops up in the live chat, I give them the benefit of the doubt. I give them a chance to reveal themselves. And like clockwork, 95% of them, if it's not a bot, then it's a degenerate. So we had some people pop up last night. They gave me my first Rumble rant, which is the equivalent of a super chat, $2. I had no idea about it, the Rumble rant thing, whatever. Never looked into it. First time it's happened. So then, I was like, hey, I was appreciative, whatever. Dude's account name was Daramuth. He's got his buddy Swamp Ginger. And then there was somebody else, I can't remember, Cat something, I think. And they all played together. I think they all streamed together. And so I did some digging, did some investigation, did some digging, research. Yeah, why? Because it's what I do. So I'm not going to go into the gritty details because it's just gross. Daramuth, not a good name. Swamp Ginger, not a good name. Not because of the ginger part. The dude's actually ginger. It's the swamp part. That's the problem. And then when they threw down that $2, they threw down a $2 super chat. They threw down a gifted sub. And when I checked, and then he posted something about a link, including a link to my live chat or something, my live stream, something. So I investigated it, but I discovered that they were live streaming while they were in my live chat. So I watched the segment that included my channel. There's a good bit of disrespect there, for starters. And then, I learned quite a bit about these guys in a short period of time. One dude, Swamp Ginger, he was like, people still playing World of Warcraft? Then he saw the Turtle WoW tag. Rumble, there's some sort of glitch with it. I changed the tag to WoW HC, and it shows up as WoW HC on my dashboard, but then when you look at the live stream from the audience side, it still says Turtle WoW for some reason. I don't know, it's some sort of glitch. So he saw the Turtle WoW tag, and he got instantly just psyched up, hyped up. He's like, Turtle WoW, it's Turtle WoW. So he's got a problem with World of Warcraft in general, but then he's like hyped up about Turtle WoW, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever, except for the fact that it's a degenerate private server. And then he throws up both hands in the devil horns sign, which is, I hate to break it to a lot of people, the devil horn sign is a demonic sign. It's satanic in nature. It's not, if someone's throwing up the devil horns, you want to keep your distance from them. Pro tip: steer clear of them. So, their names, there's some really odd, disgusting stuff about their names. The Daramuth thing, looked up, there's multiple issues with that name. Like I said, I'm not gonna, it's some of which is gross. One of which is Muth is one is a band, it's a really disgusting band that openly, it's anti-God, anti-morals. It's a degenerate band. They got some really disgusting lyrics. And then a Muth is also some sort of, it's like demon goblin thing. It's a really grotesque looking creature. So this big hands, this demonic, crazy grin going all the way across this huge bulbous head. And like, you know, it eats you. It eats people. So these guys are degenerates, straight up degenerates. And they were going from, they were on the Rumble live view page, and they were going from page to page, and they would pick one channel from each page to check it out. And if they felt inclined to, they would throw out a super chat, whatever. So they looked at the page where my thumbnail was showing up, and they used World of Warcraft as an excuse to click on it, but I guarantee it was because it's because of the thumbnail. Because the title of the stream was something about like HC, you know, WoW HC is sliding into the abyss. You know what I mean? Like hell, like demon abyss, the abyss. So I threw an image on top of the thumbnail, transparent image, to reflect that fact. And these guys saw that, and they took it the wrong way. They ignored the title. I know they read the title, and they took it completely the wrong way. They took it as a sign that I was one of them, which I'm not. I'm not one of these people. I'm not a degenerate. I'm not a demon worshiper. I'm not reprobate. This channel is dedicated to Jesus Christ. I follow Jesus Christ, obey God. I do my best to live a good and decent life according to God's will, because it is vital to just life itself in ways that people do not understand. It was actually that whole point with the thumbnail and the title. It was a warning to people. It was meant to be a warning, and these guys took it as a sign that, hey, he's one of us. So they clicked on it, and they got the wrong idea. Because I could tell watching me stream, I could tell like their expectations got subverted, which is complete and total irony, because usually it's the other way around. Usually these degenerates are subverting our expectations. I managed to subvert their expectations. That was actually pretty amazing. So I could tell they were watching my stream, and their demeanor and everything was just like completely it was just like going flat. It was like, whoa, wait, this guy's not what we thought. But they rolled with it and everything. It was like, whatever. And I don't know. That's the thing about these people. They think they can drag anybody down to their level in terms of morality and degeneracy. So they stuck around. They subscribed. Because apparently they think that they're going to find a way to drag me down into their degeneracy, which is not going to happen. As soon as they pop up, Rumble's a little weird. Yeah, Rumble really needs to step up their game. Let's put it that way. So I basically gotta wait for these guys. Like the one guy I can take care of right now, but I gotta wait for the other guy and everything. And they're not welcome on my channel. They're not welcome in my live chat. They got the wrong idea about me, and they just got to learn the hard way. So as soon as I get the chance to say love you, really disturbing guys. These people they present themselves as harmless and friendly and let's spread the love, like that freaking nonsense. But then, like, as soon as they think they've got you hooked, they reveal their true colors, and it's grotesque. See, I've been around a long time, guys. I've been dealing with people like this my entire life, and it's like clockwork. I try to give people a chance, and guess what happens? It's like clockwork. So I've already made my decision on these yahoos. So there's that on top of the WoW HC thing. This is what I'm dealing with, guys. Nobody cares, and that's why it keeps happening. That's why society is in the gutter. That's why the world is falling apart. That's why entire countries are falling apart, because nobody cares. Nobody wants to hear it. This is directly impacting pop culture. This is a geek channel. It's directly impacting pop culture, which is why I have to talk about this, because nobody else will. Somebody has to talk about it. That somebody's me. So And make no mistake, it's costing me. It is very much costing me. And I can live with that. Because I still got my soul intact and I can sleep at night. Yeah, it's like that. So, alright. Let's do this. Let's go in, I'm done with that. I'm done with WoW HC. WoW HC is officially on the ban list for the reasons you just saw. Absolutely unbelievable. The response is just so wildly unacceptable, it's not even funny. I cannot believe these people think that they're actually saying something intelligent and saying something that's like acceptable on any level. And that's what blows my mind the most. They've actually convinced, that's what a reprobate mind looks like. This dude convinced himself that what he was saying was somehow intelligent and logical and rational and moral. And it's like the exact opposite of all those things. That's what a reprobate mind looks like in action, guys. Yeah, so no patience for it, no tolerance for it. I learned the hard way. You gotta like face this stuff and just smack it down in short order. You cannot tolerate this stuff. You cannot can't drag it out. You gotta call it out for what it is and handle it on the spot. Alright. Now let's do this. Gearbox, go ahead and kick it on over. Yeah, you know, forget WoW HC. At least we can still have some fun with XCOM UFO Defense.
Can't stop the signal now.